another big game tomorrow is Mumbai versus Gujarat. It's happening at Ahmedabad. And well, this is a big game for many, many reasons. There's a lot that's going to be spoken about on social media, but we are not going to get there right now. We'll leave it for tomorrow. We'll have a look at the squads. If we can have a look at Mumbai first. Again, on paper, Joyda, Mumbai looks like they've got a really balanced side. It's again who they want to go ahead with, who their four overseas players are going to be.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at that, for me, the only problem is that at this point in time, Surya Kumar will miss a few matches, which means that top 5, they had 5 Indian international players playing in that top 5. Now perhaps they'll have 4 and Nehal Vadera playing. I see as the international players, Tim David definitely playing. Kodze definitely playing. I think those two will definitely play. The other two would be interesting. Who would you go with?
It depends on whether they want to go an out-and-out batter in Dewald Brevis or they want to go a slight all-round option with Romario Shepherd. I think they need another overseas quick to partner Coetzee. So I'd be going with Luke Wood over Nuwan Tushara at the moment, just with the pace, I think, and the left arm options, obviously. So I think I would go Shepherd. I would go with Romario Shepherd, Luke Wood, and go that way for Mumbai. But, they've got other options. Without Sky at 4, they've got cover, Nehal Vadera, Varma. They've got cover there. I think it's a deep enough batting lineup. Tim David probably at 5 or 6 in that lineup. It still looks pretty good.
Joyda, if you were to pick on maybe some weaknesses which is there in the Mumbai side, do you think it would be the bowling?
I'd say they spin options. They don't really have too many spin options. I mean, Tim David does give you a bit for you. I think if it'll come to that, he's still one of the greats of the IPL in terms of, wicket taking. Piyush Chawla, play him. They did it last year. They played him like an impact sub, brought him on. And I still think that, there's between him and Shreyas Gopal, and I still think Piyush Chawla has a bit to give you. And I think if they use him smartly, I think that's the impact sub that they'll be going with. Spin is their only weakness. Otherwise, if you leave that fast bowling, because we've just forgotten, Hardik Pandya has said he's going to bowl. And he's going to give you at least 2 overs a match. So we say Hardik Pandya gives you 2, and you have Bumrah coming in. You have 2 other international fast bowlers giving you 8 overs. It's a formidable bowling attack.
Well, there's no Sky in the Mumbai team, which is a big blow for them, and so is no Shami in the Gujarat team, a big blow for Gujarat. Let's have a look at Gujarat squad. Simon, again, this without Hardik and Shami just doesn't seem like the Gujarat that was there last year. Sorry, the year before that.
No, it's a bowling attack for me. Where do they go? What do they do? I mean, look, Rashid picks himself, David Miller picks himself. Outside of that, where do you go? I mean, the two, I would go with Omar Zai. I think because he can maybe fill that Hardik Pandya role a little bit. And then from there, Josh Little hasn't been at his best. And Spencer Johnson, I think, is possibly a better option from an overseas point of view. They are going to need their Indian batters to really stand up, though. I mean, Shubman Gill's going to have to score a lot of runs. Saha at the top, Sudarshan, absolutely, and Shah Rukh Khan. They are going to need a lot of runs out of those guys because I don't think they can afford to play Williamson. And for me, that it just takes away a little bit of stability.
Do you think it's a big blow that Shami is not there and there's too much on Umesh and probably Mohit on their shoulders? Because who's going to fill those big shoes?
Yeah, I mean, Mohit has played just 3 T20s. And my point is that Mohit did things for them which he hasn't done for a long time. He had a standout season. And the biggest problem you have is that Shubman has already had that breakout season, 830 odd runs. You're not going to get 830 runs every year. Which means who is the next batsman? Who is going to pick up that slack is a huge plan. There's a big middle order. There's Hardik Pandya missing out there. So there are lots of pieces which are getting replaced. I mean, Omar Zai, Hardik Pandya for Omar Zai. Remember, Omar Zai again, even if he's 80% of Hardik Pandya, he's 80% of Hardik Pandya as an international player taking up one of those 4 slots.
Yeah.
The other thing is that traditionally the Ashish Nehra school of thinking, and let's admit that it is currently still the most successful school of thinking in the IPL, given that they've reached 1 final and won 1 title, is that bowlers win tournaments. And that's what this year they don't have. They don't have, at this point in time, the bowling attack that looks that, Shami is not there. it's not looking that, penetrative. And I'm just hoping he pulls something, Sai Kishore has a great season, or somebody now needs to stand up and have a great season, because replacing Shami out there and 2 overs of Hardik Pandya is not going to be easy for them.
All right, so your players to watch out for then from each team.
Gosh. Look, I mean, Sai Sudarshan, you're going to have to, that's a side to me that needs Indian players and young Indian players to stand up. Joy just said it, that Shubman, you're not going to get your 800 every year. He's going to have a good season again, but Sai Sudarshan needs to have a 500-run season for them to do well.
So Sai Sudarshan for you, and for Joyda?
I feel Rashid Khan is key to them, and I think if Rashid Khan can sort of inspire them, and because he now has to take that burden on his shoulders. I think Shubman is a young captain. Rashid has to be the one who's driving them. I think Rashid from this side, and I think from the Mumbai side, I just really want to see what mood Rohit Sharma is in when he walks out to bat. That's
Don't all Rohit fans want to see that? Just want Rohit to come out from where he's left off in the Test series and in the ODI World Cup. So every Mumbai fan is doing this to see what Rohit does tomorrow.